Hi guys. So today was the day that I had surgery to take out my left-sided port and put in a tunneled line. The difference between what I had, a power port, actually what I've had for the past 5 years, both times have been a power port. So a power port is implanted under your skin, and then you take a needle, and it's called accessing it. So you take the needle, and the needle goes inside of the port, and it stays in there for a week at a time, and then you put like a sterile dressing over it and stuff. So for almost 5 years, every single day, I've lived with a needle in my chest. And ports are kind of big and bulky. I mean, they've gotten smaller from what they used to be. But so like every time I would move around, lift up my arm, like do any type of motion that is repetitive, it would cause me pain. So, and it's just not a good device for long-term care. I'm expected to be on IV fluids for the rest of my life because I'm IV dependent, and I have several other IV medications that I take daily too. So we got to the surgery center. One of my best friends went with me, and I'm so grateful for her. Thank you. I love you, and you're the best. Greatest friend ever. We got to the surgery center, and of course things became a whirlwind. They, of course, because they were taking out my port and putting in a new line, they had to get an IV, and the first stick did not go very well. However, I pointed them in the direction of what I think is my last viable vein. It sits right on my wrist, like right here on my wrist. And so they thankfully got an IV in. And then my surgeon had a couple of emergencies come up, and he had to take care of those. Another surgeon tried to take come take me, and he was like, my surgeon was like, oh no, I need to do this one, because I was adamant that he did it. The first port that was placed was by him, and he did amazing. The second port was placed while I was in the hospital, and I did not have a choice in who the surgeon could be. And if you ask me, I think they did a really jank job. They put the port up too high, so that it was sitting on my ribs and causing, like, rubbing and causing me pain. And the tubing was too long, and then it developed a fibrin sheath, and was not giving a blood return. So if you're squeamish at all, I'm going to ask you to look away or fast forward this video, because I'm going to show you the new Powerline that was put in, and the what the port removal looks like. So port removal looks like this, and it must have been sewed in really well. It's extremely painful, and I think it's because my surgeon had trouble getting it out. And then I have a barred power. I keep saying Hickman. It's very similar to a Hickman, but it's actually called a barred Powerline, and it's capable of handling like high pressure contrast for my adrenal cancer scans or any type of scans that I need. So that one looks like this. So it's just this tube like sewn into my skin right here. And then thankfully I have 2 lumens, and those 2 lumens like will help me. Like I could be running fluids in one and something else in the other. They both give blood, so that's going to help me. It's been a long day. I'm exhausted. My friend that took me, I know she has to be exhausted. It was a really long day, but it was a good day. And I don't mind suffering some pain now to have a good outcome, in a few weeks to a couple months. So, yeah, it was a good day, and I'm praying that everything heals okay. I do have adrenal insufficiency, so and I'm on a medication too that can lower my blood counts. So I'm a little bit nervous about healing, but I'm being like meticulous about everything, making sure that my sterile bandages is clean, and just really taking good care of everything. So hopefully in a couple weeks, everything will be good. I can go ahead and use this line already.